What would you do? If God asked you to leave everything you know, your home, your family, your future, what if he promised you something impossible and then made you wait for decades? This is not just a story about a man. It's a story about faith that held on when there was nothing left to hold. This is the story of Abraham. In the ancient city of Ur, Abraham was a wealthy man, respected, with flocks, servants, and land. Life was comfortable, predictable. But then God spoke, "Leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you." No map, no destination, just a promise. "I will make you a great nation. I will bless you, and through you, all the families of the earth will be blessed." And Abraham, 75 years old, went, not knowing where he was going, not knowing how, but knowing who called him. Montage of journeying through deserts, building altars, years passing, tent after tent, Sarah looking older. Year after year passed. The land came. The promise, still invisible. Sarah, his wife, aged. Sarah, his wife, aged. Her womb still barren. They tried to take matters into their own hands. Hagar, Ishmael, a detour born of desperation. But God returned and promised again. "Sarah will bear you a son." They laughed. How could a 90-year-old woman bear a child? But God's promises are not bound by biology. "Sarah will bear you a son." They laughed. How could a 90-year-old woman bear a child? But God's promises are not bound by biology. And at the appointed time, Isaac was born. Laughter returned to their home. The promise lived. And at the appointed time, Isaac was born. Laughter returned to their home. The promise lived. Shadows, sunrise on a mountain. A father and son walking silently. Then came the unthinkable. God said, "Take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and sacrifice him on a mountain I will show you." What kind of God would ask this? And what kind of man would obey? Abraham said nothing to Sarah. He saddled the donkey, took the wood, took the knife, took his son. 3 days they walked. 3 days of silence, questions, tears held back. And when Isaac asked, "Father, where is the lamb?" Abraham whispered through trembling lips, "God will provide." He bound his son, raised the knife, and then, "Abraham, stop!" A ram was caught in the thicket. God provided. And then, "Abraham, stop!" A ram was caught in the thicket. God provided. Not just a ram that day, but a glimpse of another sacrifice that would come centuries later on that same mountain. Abraham didn't have all the answers. And because of his faith, nations were born, covenants were made. The Messiah would come through his line. Maybe God is calling you to leave something behind. Maybe you're walking through a season of waiting, or you're standing on your own Mount Moriah. Remember this: God sees, God speaks, God provides. He doesn't ask for perfection, only faith. God of Abraham, help us to trust you when the path is unclear. Teach us to believe even when we cannot see. Subscribe for more real, raw, and powerful Bible stories.